guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we are taking a look at the SH Figuarts Marvel Avengers Endgame Iron Man Mk85. Now this one is a pretty highly anticipated release. I'm just showing you guys some of the box art right there. Obviously because the movie came out and it was a huge success. So obviously I think like the Iron Man Mk50 like shot up in price, and this guy is like he's going for a good amount right now. So very excited to get this. This is actually my first Marvel SH Figuarts. So let's crack him open and let's see if he is good, okay, or if this is going to be another hole in my pocket. So coming straight out of the packaging, and I can already tell this dude is going to be one beautiful figure. So let's go ahead and take the height real quick. From my angle, hopefully it shows up on the camera, he is just a little under 6.5 inches. So it's pretty standard for a 1/12 scale figure. I know they're like 6-inch figures, and please excuse me. And I know SH Figuarts is known for having a little bit of a smaller scale figure, but this one isn't too bad. So just to show you guys some height comparisons, here is the Figma Good Smile Company Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works figures. This is the Saber and the Lancer. Here we have the newest DC Multiverse line. This is the Black Lightning and the Nightwing from the Ninja Batman wave. Shifting my camera a little bit, here we have the SDCC Vegito Blue, last year's tour exclusive, and the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. So these two are part of the same SH Figuarts Bandai line. So I don't know if just because Goku or Vegito and Gogeta are smaller, but you can tell from the height. Like they stand tall together from figure comparison, but from his face and like his shoulders and everything, Iron Man is definitely the taller figure. Next up we have is some Mezco 112 collective figures. This is the Sovereign Knight Batman with his shorter ears put on, and then the regular release Joker. And then last but not least, we have some Marvel Legends. This is from the Professor Hulk Build-A-Figure Endgame wave, the most recent wave. We have the Avengers Endgame, War Machine, and Rescue. And I like the Rescue because you can tell a lot of the similarities between the two figures, like the torso detail, how the lining is pretty much the same. The silver work, and then the gold on the Rescue, and then the silver on the Iron Man, they're kind of similar. You can tell kind of the differences. The arc reactors are similar shape, and then their helmets are a similar shape. Like the eyes are pretty much the same, and then they have similar cuts on the top of the helmet right there. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at the Iron Man. So running through articulation with the Iron Man, he is on a ball joint for his head, so he can look up exceptionally well, look down exceptionally well also, and then his neck is on a hinge or like another ball joint, so it can move independently as well. And then his head is on a slight tilt, so it can tilt side to side, twist left and right, and then I'm not sure if it can pop off. It can probably pop off, but we'll wait for behind the scenes to find that out. And then moving on to his shoulders, this is one of my favorite parts of this figure for his shoulders because it has a slight butterfly hinge. It's very subtle, but it's still there. And then he has drop shoulders. So here is how it looks. So let me go and do that again. So you can drop it down and then bring it out to get him way past 90. Because if you try it like that, that's probably the highest it's going to be. So you can just pull it down real quick, just like that. And then he has the bicep swivel, the double jointed elbows, and then for the wrist it is a ball joint, so it has the rotation and then slight bend to it. And then going over to torso, this is my one minor complaint. This is, so he has nice articulation there and then the back, so he can go back that much, but then he can go forward very well. So like this, it doesn't look too bad. It looks like he's like trying to fight and then, you know, trying to block an attack or something. But then if you look from the back, you can definitely see all that exposed joints right there. And then when you put him back, sometimes it gets stuck. So if you put him like that or something, I know on camera it's probably gonna work perfectly. So, but in any case, if you guys are messing around with this, you just push this down ever so slightly, and then he pops back up to his normal self. And then he has lower like torso hip articulation, so it moves independently right there. And then he has legs that can split that much. And then I think, yeah, oh, there you go. And then he has the drop leg method, and then he can go a little bit more. The standard double jointed knees, and then he has very, very good ankle articulation. It can go up that much, can go down very well, and then he has some slight toe pivot. I don't know if it's my figure particularly, but my toes don't go up all the way. Maybe it's just how he is here. But yeah, that's it for articulation. So one thing I forgot to get mention during the articulation part, well, yeah, I'll just mention it now. This is the same pretty much overall sculpt as the Mark 50, the Nano Weapon Set 1 and one Nano Weapon Set 2 for the Mark 50. So his back, he does have a plug for his back piece right there, but it is a different shape than the Mark 50 figures. So a lot of the I think all the back pieces are not compatible with this Iron Man, but his wrist right here, and then his leg as well. So I can pop it off right there. So both joints are the same as the Mark 50 and then the Weapon Set 1 and 2. So the leg pieces and the arm pieces, you can definitely interchange. So there you go. And then if you guys were able to get this figure, and previously you only had the Weapon Set 1, if you guys know about that, it doesn't come with the base forearms and hands and the base feet. So if you guys got this, you're in luck. You can interchange it with that, and then it can look like a normal Mark 50. So just going over the details of this figure, it is very, very nice. I know it's probably because of Iron Man, so it is armor. It's going to be shinier. It's going to be more metallic-y. But like just messing around with him, the level of detail of this guy is pretty crazy. Like you can see like the cuts and the sculpting on his helmet. See if I can focus in on that. There you go. So the sculpting on his helmet right here is very nice. Like his arc reactor, like all the cuts that they have throughout the armor, like the subtle detailing, like right here, like all the silver painting, like working throughout on the forearms, and then all the ridges on his hand. They're very, very nicely sculpted. And then going to his back, you can see a lot of the sculpt detailing there. So this is my first SH Iron Man figure, so there's nothing I can really compare it to, unfortunately. But as my very first Iron Man figure, this thing is absolutely amazing. It's absolutely stunning. So yeah, just going through like the rest of the details, he has like little notches here, and then 2 blue notches up top. So I think those were supposed to be for his blasters. So when he's flying, and then his butt has like nice sculpting right there, and then his legs. I like how his legs, so it has thigh rotation. I forgot to mention that, and then they also rock side to side just ever so slightly, so you can get it in like even more crazy amounts of articulation. But the detail on it is really nice. I love how they have like subtle hits of red. You know, they could have just left that silver, you know, if they were being lazy. They got blue right there, the silver working, and then the red inside, and then the silver going throughout all the gold and the red of the legs. Now the feet, they're not the most like intricately detailed feet, but they're nice enough, at least for me. It might bother some people how there's like a little gap here, but you know, that's very minor considering what you're dealing with and what you're going to get with this figure. So there's the portholes for his effects for when he's flying, and then there's the tread on the bottom, and then he has just simple line work with treading on top, and then he has the silver on the sides for the inside, for the medial and the lateral side of his feet. So overall, like look detailing wise on this figure, it is amazing. Like it is one of the more, I'm not gonna say most, because you know I haven't just thoroughly look through my figures, but this is one of the more beautiful figures in my collection. Now, taking a look at the accessories he has a total of 5 pairs of hands. There's the fisted hands that he comes with in the packaging. 2 kind of like relaxed, open palm, like semi-curled fingered hands. So you can do a lot with this. I can see like him like trying to make conversation, trying to like, you know, get ready for a fighting position. So if you had like a fist right here and then just an open hand right there, you can do a lot with this figure. And then he has his like open palm, like straight karate chop flight posing hands. So you can see the detail inside. They have like the gold paint and like the arc reactor, like the repulsor blast. So they have it right there too on this hand as well, with some silver wrapping around. So those are the flight hands. And then finally, the next 2 sets of hands, they're going to be the exact same hand style-wise, with just one minor difference. So it is like his it's also a relaxed hand with the fingers mostly like almost splayed out. And then you can see the repulsor blast right there. So this is more of like what he's preparing to attack. And then right, he's about to, I guess, like charge up his repulsor beam, or, you know, he could be blocking a punch, you know, or if he's like grabbing something. So that is that. And then his other set of hands. Now his last set of hands, it is the same as the previous one, but as you can see where the repulsor blast is, there is a peg for both hands, and that is to connect the blast attachments. So I'm going to go ahead and take just one of each for these. So this one, we have the smaller blast. So for the detailing, is pretty nice. You can see there is a little bit of white at the tip. And then the blast effect is a smaller range. So this is about when he's about to fire, or where he just started firing. And then this one, the white is just mainly around the porthole. But then the effects, like the blast effects, splay out a lot more. So this one is like a full-on blast right there. So you can, as you can see here, starting to attack, and then pretty much a full-on attack. Me personally, I like this one a lot more because, as you can see right there, there is a bit of a gap between his hand, and then right here you can see it going up his fingers very, very smoothly. Sorry about that. Just trying to focus right there. So you can see it is going very, very smoothly. So yes, there is 2 for each. So this one has for his left and right hand, and then he has 2 of this for his left and right hand as well. Now the portholes, or his flying effect pieces, it is the same as the shorter one. Let me get it right now. So it is the same as the shorter one right there, but there's a peg right there, and then you see the same white. So this one pegs into the feet like so. So it looks like he is in a flying stance, or in a flight stance. So that's how he looks pretty much with all his accessories put on. The minor gripe I have about his feet accessories is that they come out fairly easily. See, like that, like the plug is pretty small, as you can see right there, so it doesn't stay in. Sometimes it likes to come out a lot, but for the most part they're there, like they're secured. Well, not on camera, but for the most part they're secured, they stay, and they look nice just like that. Alright guys, so that's going to take care of that for my real quick simple review on the SH Figuarts Avengers Endgame Iron Man Mark 85. Just as a first figure standpoint from the Marvel SH line, I am absolutely in love with this figure. This figure is probably one of my more favorite ones in recent memory, and definitely going to be somewhere in my top 10 for figure of the year. Yes, I like it that much. If I were to give it a rating, like how I've given ratings to a lot of figures that I review, this is going to be a definite 9.5 out of 10. Almost perfect. Just one minor, or 2 minor complaints. I just wish the portholes for his feet for the effects were a little bit longer just so it stayed in more secure, and I wish they could have given him at least one weapon accessories. Could have been anything. Could have been like the blue shield that he put up when I think Hulk was about to snap his fingers for the Infinity Gauntlet, or anything that had like some weapon to him. I think that would have been cool. An unmasked head, yeah, that would have been amazing, but I think that's asking for a little bit much. But other than that, let me know what you guys think. If you guys are planning on picking this up, I highly suggest you pick it up now before prices skyrocket. And let me know how I'm doing with the reviews. If you guys are enjoying it, if you guys are not, please let me know. So this is going to be it for the review. Thank you guys so much for all your support. Please like the video. If you guys like the video, please consider hitting the like button. It makes me know that you guys are actually into my reviews. I know a couple people who have said that they love my point of view. They like how like these small time YouTubers, like, pretty much we speak objectively, not necessarily subjectively. Well, at least most of the time. But yeah, if you guys are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you have not yet, it's going to be the red button down below. And until next time, I will see you in the next video. Peace.